Every warrior walks a different path. Samurai, the path of discipline. Ronin, the path of independence. Ninja, the path of strategy. Zen monk, the path of wisdom. Shogun, the path of power. But today, we explore the path of the Ronin. Look at your life. The company you worked at for 8 years dissolved overnight, or the relationship that defined your identity suddenly shattered into pieces. You sit on the edge of your unmade bed at noon, staring blankly at the wall, paralyzed by a crushing sense of total ruin. You are the mediocre person. You built your entire identity on an external foundation, relying on a job title, a social circle, or a rigid routine to tell you who you were every single day. And now that the structure has collapsed, you believe your life is effectively over. You indulge in endless self-pity, waiting for someone to offer you a safety net, an apology, or a new set of instructions. It is a pathetic, cowardly lie, born of pure mental weakness. You are treating a temporary collapse of external circumstances as if it were a permanent execution of your soul. The paradox is absolute. By clinging desperately to the memory of what you lost, you ensure you remain permanently stranded in the wreckage, decaying alongside your dead past. There is a hidden, terrible architecture to this helpless surrender. Every single day you wait for external validation or rescue, you accrue a massive debt of internal chaos that suffocates your remaining potential. And the terrifying mystery you refuse to face is that losing everything was not your ultimate tragedy. It was your mandatory liberation. The ancient world had absolutely no room for those who wept over fallen structures. In the bleeding, mud-soaked transition of feudal Japan, when a clan was destroyed in battle, its surviving samurai were stripped of their land, their income, and their social status in a single afternoon. They became ronin, masterless warriors, wave men drifting on the harsh tides of an unforgiving society. While the weak chose despair, the true warrior saw the destruction of his clan not as an end, but as a severe evolutionary ladder to absolute self-mastery. Your internal enemy is not your lost paycheck, your shattered relationship, or an unpredictable economy. Your true enemy is the internal coward that cannot function without a master giving it orders. You have traded the deep, sovereign amber of self-reliance for the cheap copper coins of comfortable dependence. The modern mediocre person lives in a state of perpetual psychological decay when his artificial world falls apart, while the historical Ronin used a precise 4-stage mental progression to transform absolute ruin into an unshakable weapon. To rebuild your life from absolute zero, you must step onto the 4-stage ladder of Ronin reinvention. Stage 1 is Mujo, the deep visceral realization of impermanence. Look at the historical reality of 17th century Japan after the decisive battle of Sekigahara. Tens of thousands of samurai suddenly found their clan banners burned and their lords executed. The air was thick with the scent of smoldering timber, wet iron, and dried blood. A samurai who stood in the ashes begging for his old life back was quickly hunted down or reduced to begging in the dirt. Mujo requires you to accept that nothing in this world is permanent. Not your job, not your relationships, not your health. The moment you stop fighting the reality of loss and accept the cold, bitter wind of change, the panic leaves your blood. Accept the ruin. Once Mujo clears away your denial, you ascend to stage 2, Datsuaki, the purge of attachment. Documented historical records confirm that masterless samurai who survived did so by immediately shedding the luxurious habits of castle life. They stripped away their ornate silk robes, sold their heavy heraldic armor, and embraced the raw, unadorned reality of the road. It is said in popular Japanese tradition that a true ronin could carry his entire life in a single woven basket and his twin swords completely detached from physical possessions. While this unverified legend captures their mythic agility, the structural truth remains. You cannot step into a new identity while clinging to the baggage of your dead past. You must cut away every bad habit, every hollow comfort, and every toxic connection that served the person you used to be. Cut the ties. With your attachments purged, you reach stage 3, Jiriki, absolute self-reliance. Within the severe ronin ecosystem, no lord paid a monthly stipend of rice, and no clan protected them from bandit bands or corrupt officials. Every meal had to be earned through the sharpness of their own blade, their strategic intelligence, or their willingness to perform manual labor without shame. The sensory precision of this stage was harsh. The sting of icy rain on bare shoulders, the ache of empty guts, and the biting cold of sleeping in desolate mountain shrines. Jiriki demands that you stop searching for a savior, a government handout, or a lucky break. You are your own master, your own strategist, and your own sole provider. Build the foundation. Finally, you reach the apex of the evolutionary ladder. Stage 4, Shuhari, total reinvention. The ronin who mastered Mujo, Datsuaki, and Jiriki did not simply recreate his old samurai life, he evolved beyond it. He became an independent teacher, a strategic mercenary, an artist, or a pioneer, forging an unshakable identity that no political shift could ever destroy. The mechanics of your modern failure are simple. You try to execute stage 4 without going through the brutal fire of the first 3 stages. You want a glorious new life without accepting the ruin, purging the attachments, or taking total personal responsibility. Discipline over motivation. Stop. Look at your life right now. You are listening to these words, feeling a sudden spike in your mental strength, imagining yourself rising like a phoenix from the ashes of your old life. But the truth is, the moment this video concludes, your mediocre persona will likely pull you back into passive despair. You will check your phone for a quick dopamine fix, make excuses about how hard your situation is, and return to your quiet desperation. Inspiration is the drug of the weak. The ronin does not rely on a transient feeling to walk through the storm. He moves because his code demands absolute physical and mental survival. If you are going to continue weeping over what you lost, turn this off right now. This path is reserved exclusively for those willing to bear the heavy amber light of absolute self-determination. Reinvention is a cold, lonely road. It requires you to stand completely naked in your decisions, accepting the full blame for your failures and the full glory of your resurrection without a single compromise. No more asking for permission to start over. No more looking around for a master to validate your worth. Let the world marvel at your sudden, unyielding adaptability. The era of your helpless grieving is dead. Step onto the amber path of the ronin. Embrace the blank canvas of your ruin and forge an unshakable destiny with your own hands. Become the wave. Every warrior walks a different path. Samurai, the path of discipline. Ronin, the path of independence. Ninja, the path of strategy. Zen monk, the path of wisdom. Shogun, the path of power. Which one are you? Comment below.